Hi everyone. Let's step outside the box again. And today we are going to talk about the health of your eyes, your ability to see with or without glasses, close up, distance, and what may affect that, what has changed in your life that has caused you to need glasses in the first place. And it may be something that goes all the way back to childhood, because we hold childhood traumas and things in our eyes that can affect us 20, 30 years later. So let's do a little anatomy of the eyes. So we have the ocular area where we have some muscle, but then the main thing is the eye itself. There are the small muscle above and below to look up, look down, medial and lateral muscles, look in or out, two muscles that actually roll the eyes so that when you're rolling your eyes at someone, you're using those muscles. Now, when one or more of those muscles gets stressed, then we have an astigmatism, because it takes the lens and it pulls the eye, what we say, out of round. So then we need some corrective lenses, or some people choose to get laser surgery. But if we can correct the muscles, we don't need the surgery. We don't need the glasses. We can just have healthy eyes. So let's do a little energy work. I'm going to bring the energy of life process into your eyes to relax those muscles. And here we go. I'm going to put this right into both eyes. This may take a few minutes. So as it's working, I'll tell you a couple of stories about some of the things that I have observed as I have worked with this over the years. Oh, I don't know, 15 years or so ago, I had someone that could not read more than 10 minutes, and the eyes would get tired. Now, this was someone in their 50s, would love to read a novel or a book of any size, but you can't do that if you have to stop reading every 10 minutes because your eyes are so tired. Now, with intuition, I was able to see that there was sadness in the optic nerve that came from when she was 6 years old. So I went in, I removed the sadness from the optic nerve, and that very day she could read 200 pages and not have a problem. Now, who would think of that we have trapped emotion in the eyes? But we do. We have shock and trauma. Many guys and women coming back from the war have everything they've seen. It's going in through the eyes, the optic nerve. All right. And of course, let's say the things that have gotten into our eyes, the dust, and not just pollen, but particulates that, let's say, damage the lens, our stress levels, what we see damaging, and we're trying not to see it. Okay, that type of stress can actually cause us not to see it, meaning our eyes adjust to what we are imprinting emotionally that we don't want to see, and that causes our vision to decrease. Now, the energy I put into your eyes, hopefully by now, is starting to relax some of those muscles, soften things. Some of you, when you look around the room, you will see things are a little brighter. The edges are a little sharper. So just relax and allow that to happen. Now, years ago, when I was working on a gentleman in his 70s, we worked on his occipital area, the neck, down between the shoulder blades. He was holding a lot of stress and tension. Well, guess what? When all of that got worked on, and this was manually in those days, When all of that got worked on and all of that tension was out, he could read 3 lines farther down on the chart without glasses than he could before he got his new glasses. So your neck and back tension pulling into the back of the head, affecting the visual cortex, maybe putting some stress on the optic nerve that's coming all the way through to your eyes. So I'm telling you this because I don't want you to think that just because there has been a change in your vision that it's coming from your eyes. It may be coming from the stress from a whole nother part of your body. And of course, what's at the back of your head can be coming from all the way down at your tailbone and sacrum, falls on your tailbone and sacrum 10, 20 years ago, skating, skiing, slipping on the ice, whatever the reason, you know, coming down on your butt hard on a parquet floor, that can do it. Now, other things. For those of you that clench and grind your teeth, what does that do? That tension, you're using your parietal muscles, these up here that are affected. There can be times when some of the muscle here in the frontal area is tight and everything around the sides of and behind the eyes, everything gets tight because we're just putting all that stress in there because we're clenching as we're sleeping. That can affect your vision also. So how you doing? You know I want some feedback on this one. If your eyes are relaxing, if you're looking around the room and things are brighter, clearer, sharper, I hope you will like this video, give us a comment on how much or how well things improved. Now, the little bit of energy that I sent into your eyes, this may not be enough to correct things 100%, but if it's enough that you can read a book more clearly, more easily, without glasses than you were able to just 20 minutes ago, then that's a dramatic change. I need your comments. I need your likes so we can continue these videos. Hopefully you'll show up at some of the other free things that we do. Bye for now.